Jason Aldean has been triggering all of the woke mob, and not just triggering them, but also straight up standing up to them and telling them that he will not back down to them. We need a lot more people to act like this whenever they are confronted with the woke mob, because this is how you defeat them. This is how you don't get canceled. And not only did Jason Aldean not get canceled, but his song is now trending. Now his song is being listened to by everybody, even people who didn't really listen to Jason Aldean previously. They're simply listening to his song, Small Town, that everybody was so upset about. They're listening to that song just to simply support Jason Aldean. So it's great to see, but also Jason Aldean is triggering the hell out of The View, out of Whoopi Goldberg, out of Joy Behar. So we're going to get into some of those videos in just one second. But here, in a shocking twist nobody saw coming at all, The View's woke gangbangers have a big problem with country star Jason Aldean and his Try That in a Small Town song that is all the rage this week. Whoopi Goldberg and her fellow gasbags played the hits as they entered the controversy Aldean's Racist. The video is, I'm not going to say it too many times, January 6th. Macon, Georgia, where Aldean is from, is racist. Black Lives Matter was assaulted here. You can't record a music video at the church. The imagery is that this is about sundown towns, etc., etc. If you haven't seen it yet, here is Aldean's song. So yeah, I would definitely go check that out if you haven't already. Even if you don't really like that kind of music, even if you don't normally like Jason Aldean, I'd go check it out just to support the guy, because he's one of the few who are actually willing to stand up to the woke mob whenever confronted by them. But let's check out the absolute meltdown that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the View cast had over Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town. Let's check this out.
So country singer Jason Aldean is getting backlash for the video of his song, Not in a Small Town, which critics are saying is racist. It's got lyrics, racist lyrics, and images. Aldean says the song's about unity. Here's South Dakota Christy Noem defending him. Here's the clip.
I am shocked by what I'm seeing in this country, with people attempting to cancel this song and cancel Jason. I think a lot of times people that go out and fight every day on these important issues and have an opinion and remember the freedom and liberty that this country was founded on get persecuted from it. And we're seeing that with the Aldeans right now and the songwriters that work so hard on this. And I just want them to know that we support them. We love them. Thank you for writing a song that America can get behind. And boy, keep singing, keep playing, and if you want to come to South Dakota, I'll let you play anywhere.
You'll let them play anywhere? You own South Dakota now? Listen, you know, there are lyrics in the song, and I think...
Wait, there are lyrics in the song? Holy shit, that must be a crazy song.
You know, he talks about life in a small town, and it's different, you know, and he shows these images. He's got folks from the Black Lives...
Hold on, lyrics in the song and images in the music video. Wow, Whoopi Goldberg just doing some great journalistic work here.
Lives Matter movement, and he's talking about people taking care of each other. And I find it so interesting that it never occurred to Jason or the writers that that's what these folks were doing. They were taking care of the people in their town because they didn't like what they saw. Just like you talk about people taking care of each other in small towns. We do the same thing in big towns. You just have to realize that...
Yeah, just, you know, they were just taking care of each other by burning down buildings, looting buildings, breaking windows, shooting people. Like, that was all just, you know, they were just taking care of each other, man. That's nothing more than that.
When you make it about Black Lives Matter, people kind of say, well, are you talking about black people? What are you talking about here? If we're talking about Americans taking care of each other, then it shouldn't be about Black Lives Matter. You should be able to show all the different things that have gone on in our country where people stood up and said no more. We do the same thing that small towns do. That's my 2 cents to that.
Yeah, nobody really made this about Black Lives Matter until you did. Nobody, yeah, like it says right here, despite no mention of them in the song, she claims the song is about BLM. It's just not the case, man. And this one is about faux conservative Alyssa Farr Griffin claims the song promotes racist mobs chasing down black men. What I thought of when I read that was Ahmaud Arbery. I think of a black man in a small town in the South who literally got shot for doing nothing wrong. All right, let's check this out, man.
I'm sorry. This was, to me, something where about half the people in my life see it one way and half the people in my life see it a different way. So I'm trying to, like, kind of see what are we disconnecting on. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that his intent wasn't to, you know, stoke division, glorify violence, or racism. I'm going to give him that benefit of the doubt. I don't know.
Thank you so much.
But I'll say this. There was a line. So for the many folks who are offended by this, there's a line in it that says, try that in a small town, see how far you make it it down the road. Around here, we take care of our own. So for a lot of my friends and family who are legal gun owners in small communities, they're like, yeah, that's what we do if someone breaks into a store. He's talking about the right to defend yourself. What I thought of when I read that was Ahmaud Arbery. I think of a black man in a small town in the South who literally just got shot for doing nothing wrong. So I think what becomes problematic is that there's a lack of recognition of what this means to about 50% of the country whose experience isn't Jason Aldean's. I like him. I've always liked his music. I'm kind of a country gal about like a quarter of the time. But this is also for the folks on the right who are defending this. They see the BLM riots. I think many can acknowledge protests and riots.
It was protest, okay? It was fiery, but they were mostly peaceful protests, okay? Get it right, Alyssa.
It's that George Floyd's death and murder was evil. It was wrong. It was unacceptable. But so was the killing of someone like David Dorn, a black retired police officer who was defending his friend's store and was shot during the riots and aftermath of that movement. So I think if people of good faith can see both sides, they can see there is an issue with this song because of what it means to a lot of communities, but there is an issue of violence, of looting, of rioting.
Yes, but why are you linking it to black people?
Well, that's
that's the issue.
That's what you are doing. Nobody else is doing that but you. You are linking it to black people. All right, anyway, let's go on to another video of Whoopi Goldberg having a meltdown, and then we have one or two, or maybe three, of Joy Behar having a meltdown. We won't watch all of these. I'll just show you the best ones that I pick out here. So let's check out Whoopi Goldberg having her another meltdown.
Why are you linking it to black people?
Well, that's
that's the issue.
That's the issue. The imagery is what becomes very problematic.
You can sing about you know. There's a lot wrong here with this. This is a man who saw what happens when someone is out of control with their guns.
Yeah,
he was performing in Vegas, and he saw people get. So I don't understand how he could be that disconnected. How people around him didn't say to him, hey, listen, you know what? Maybe there's a better way to do this because...
Well, the imagery invoked race. That's what was...
I truly don't understand how these people are this low IQ. Like, what are they even talking about? They're really making this out to be something that it's completely not. Like, they're making it out to be way bigger than it ever was if they just never talked about it.
Reason to separate big city people from small town people. That, to me, is the divisive part of this song. I mean, it's deplorable.
And now we have intellectual giant Joy Behar going to go in about why Jason Aldean's song, Try That in a Small Town, is so offensive to other races, and I don't even know who else it's offensive to. Pretty much everybody except for what Jason Aldean is, a straight white man. Pretty much everybody else.
Song, and it's annoying. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that S might fly in the city. Good luck. It's very divisive and provocative, but I defend his right to do this video.
Absolutely.
Because they can't censor me, they shouldn't censor him either.
Okay, thank you so much for that insight, Joy Behar. Let's check out another one from her.
He has to understand that the big cities are supporting the small towns. Blue counties are responsible for 70% of America's economy. The big cities are really providing the things that you have in these small towns. You should not be against big cities. Yeah.
And then let's check out this clip from The View from staunch anti-white racist Sunny Hostin. Says she's not going to give him the benefit of the doubt and attacks where Aldean is from, Macon, Georgia, or Macon, Georgia, I don't know how to pronounce that, as one of the most racist places in this country. She claims the song is about killing, I'm not even gonna say that, after sundown. Dude, the mental gymnastics these people have to play in order to spin this way is wild. And also, like I said, intellectual giants here. And also, like I said, I just can't believe these people are this low IQ. It's just wild to me. Let's check out what Sunny Hostin has to say about this Jason Aldean song.
I'm actually not going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm pleased that you are, and I'm pleased that you are.
You do agree that he should be allowed to say whatever he wants.
Because as a lawyer, when I put my legal hat on, I don't believe in censorship. Right. However, this man is from Macon, Georgia. My father's from Augusta, Georgia, and Macon, Georgia. I spent many summers there. Yeah, both. I spent many summers there. It is one of the most racist places in this country. So don't tell me that he knew nothing about what that imagery meant and what he... So I don't give him the benefit.
But I'm saying, along with him, more people should also be held accountable.
The other thing is that what was evoked for me, which was, you know, you're not going to get out of this town, are those sundown
don't let the sun
areas
go down on your ass.
Because there were times when black people, my mother's in the audience today, thank you for coming.
Yay, thank you for creating this horrible
my
person.
Mother and father, because they were an interracial couple, were run out of South Carolina by the KKK.
It's true, it's true, yes.
My father is still scarred from that experience, and you are still scarred from that experience. So
we're all still scarred from that experience.
So don't tell me that not only was he aware of what he was doing by using that imagery, he embraces that imagery.
So once again, The View have an absolute meltdown over literally nothing. A guy posting a song saying, try that in a small town, kind of just saying a bunch of stuff that I would say most people agree with, 99% of people agree with, 99% of people can just listen to the song and just like vibe to the song, like it's not that serious. But of course, The View has to have a meltdown over everything that isn't extremely woke. And because Jason Aldean, like I said, stood up to the woke mob and didn't bend the knee, he didn't remove the song. You know, some places remove the song for him, but he didn't himself say, I'm sorry for posting this song, I will remove it. Instead, he said, no, F you, I'm going to stand here, I'm going to leave my song up everywhere that will, you know, that's able to leave it up for me. And it ended up paying off like crazy, because Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean, as it says down here, is flying up the iTunes charts and is dominating the algorithm on YouTube, where it has 5.1 million views in 6 days. And here it is. Like I said, once again, if you haven't watched this video, if you haven't listened to this song by Jason Aldean, Try That in a Small Town, then go give it a listen, man. Even if you don't really enjoy that kind of music, you should go give it a listen just to support the guy, because like I said, not many people are willing to stand up to the mob like Jason Aldean did. Let me know in the comments what you think about this entire Jason Aldean situation. What do you think about the Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of The View's meltdown? Let me know what you're thinking about this entire situation.